I'm a cigar man. I'm a cigar man. Big up, baby. You know I'm smoking. Cigar like a woman, round but not too firm. Even though it's smoking slow, fire'll get you burned. I'm a cigar man. Billy, oh honey, you know you got me smoking.
Let's get this shirt on the road.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Smoking Salads. So tonight, November 29th, we are here to celebrate somebody's birthday. Dean will get into that. I don't want to give that away. But
I don't like that dude anymore, man. He moved away.
I know, he moved away, bastard.
He moved to one of the widest states in the union.
So let us know what you're smoking. Let us know what you're drinking. We're going to be doing a blind taste test tonight. So Dean is the host for tonight. And Dean is to my left, and Nick is to my further left. And
if you guys feel like taking a snooze because Dean is going to be the host, by all means, go ahead.
Take a nap now. But you're going to miss all the excitement tonight.
That's right.
Thank you, Hulk Hogan.
That's right. Well, so, we had a little bit of a break. I had to go on travel, and then we had to do a little bowling thing, of which I completely kicked their asses.
Oh, that is a false.
I had like almost a perfect game. You guys were gutter ball.
Hey,
I was awesome.
Hold on. No, hold on. Let's be real here. The real winner was Dave. Let's be real.
No. Oh, I kicked Dave's butt, too. I kicked all y'all's butt.
Enjoying a CAO Flathead 642 Piston Lancero, drinking some Noble Oak Rye. I'm out of Gatorade, and such you should, sir. Out of Gatorade you shall be.
Yeah, but then now he's going to be drunk.
Now he says he's going to sleep. See, that's all. You go to Ryan's house, just give him some Noble Oak Rye and let him go to sleep, and then smoke all his
Well, I was going to say, the reason Ryan doesn't have any more Gatorade is because he went hunting and he was stress drinking because he shot nothing.
So over this little break we had Thanksgiving. So we actually went over to a friend's house, so I didn't have to cook anything.
Nice.
We're going to have our own little Thanksgiving here this next week. We'll got the turkey and everything else. So,
Whoa. Oh, shit.
The big how was you guys' Thanksgiving?
It was mine was actually
it was good enough.
Mine was really, really good.
Good enough?
It was good enough.
Dean's
so really
was good
quick,
enough.
Dave says that he is smoking the Ave Maria Immaculata Morningstar and drinking Noble Oak Rye. Eric's then made a really sad face and said, "What the hell happened to Dean's face?"
Yes. Because my family kept...
Wow, Dean, we got a thumbs down because you shaved your beard.
Yeah, Dean had a fight with a lumberjack.
Yeah, I shaved off the beard, and then my youngest son and my wife says, well, I kind of liked you with the beard, just not as long as what you had it. So the beard is back in process of growing again. I just had to go for younger roots.
How am I supposed to pull on any of the whiskers, man?
Yeah,
well, you pull the back hairs.
Oh, dude, you won't
pull on his ear hairs.
Don't go down that road.
Ear hairs?
No, I don't have many of those.
Okay.
Go for the nose hairs.
Yeah.
So, Dean,
Yes.
while I correct our naming nomenclature, why don't you tell us a little bit about what?
Wait, hold on a second.
I have to fix one
So
thing here.
today's birthday is Rod Gunlock. Hopefully Rod is online.
Woo!
Rod, if you're not, that's your fault, and I hate you for that. But
a love-hate, but it's a
today's
hate.
his birthday, and like we said, he moved down to Alabama to retire, and he's not retired. So there we go. We'll call that one. This particular cigar right here, which is an 8x80 JFR Lunatic.
Look at all those veins. He loves them big and veiny.
He likes them big, dark, and veiny. This is going to be one of his birthday presents. This will be one. So, Rod, you get to see one of the cigars that you get to partake of. I'll go ahead and lay that down to the side. But tonight, we are drinking this year's George Remus Repeal version 5. Okay? And so...
You want me to go show it?
Well, here in a second, I'll let you go show it. But I'm going to give y'all the breakdown. It's a breakdown of 5 different bourbons, okay? And so this gives the percentage of the bourbon that was in the blend and how much rye was in that particular barrel. So 90% of this blend is from a 2005 barrel that had 21% rye. Did I say 5% or 9%?
You said 9%.
Okay. 5% is from a 2000 blend that has 36% rye, and that would be called like a high rye. Actually, both of those are high ryes. I think I would call every one of these blends a high rye bourbon. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research.
Were they smoking? Was the blend smoking weed? Is that why they're a high rye?
No, it's the percentage of rye.
High rye.
Want to get high?
So 19%
I got no idea what's going on right now.
19% of it is from a 2006 barrel that had 21% rye in it. 13% is from a 2008 that had 21% rye in it. And the last bit, which is the majority of it, is 54% of the blend is from a 2008 series of barrels that had 36% rye in it.
Okay.
So these are a lot of what you would call dusty bourbons.
Dusty bourbons.
Yeah, and so
Well, I show that.
he will show the bottle while I talk really quick about the. It's named after George Remus, who was a guy who moved, I think, from Chicago to somewhere. Bought up a bunch of. I'm trying to make it really quick. He bought up some. He was a
I know
lawyer.
he blacked it out.
He was a lawyer. And but what he also did is he was also a pharmacist, and I had to put it there because there's something else on the box that says something. Anyway, he bought up these pharmacies, and what he would do is, this was during the time of Prohibition, but people who owned pharmacies could get liquor into their stores because they sold it as medicinal. So he would hire a bunch of guys.
Wait, what was that?
Medicinal. So anyway, he would hire these guys to come and rob him, and so therefore he could have insurance claims on it. And then the guys would give him the barrels, and he would sell the stuff on the black market. The guy
Good scam.
He threw lavish parties, gave away clothes, jewelry, cars.
Why don't we know this guy?
Women.
We talked about it last year, real quick. His a character of Jay Gatsby in the movie
Fitzgerald's book, The Great
Gatsby.
Jay Gatsby was actually modeled after Remus. So that's as quick as I could get on that. This is made by MGP out of Indiana. Those of y'all who don't like MGP, you can go burn in hell because they make some really good crap.
So basically, if you want to go back, you can go through the archives. Our archives are available on YouTube and in Facebook Live. Go back and look and just do a key search for Remus. Dean did a really good dissertation on the whole Remus story. That's
one of our
greatly
favorite
detailed.
shows.
Yeah.
And yes, this whiskey is directly tied to some literature, and it's a fantastic whiskey on top of that.
So really quick, Eric's is smoking a Balmoral Paso Doble Brindis,
nice.
and he's drinking a bourbon and Coke. Eric's, what bourbon are you drinking?
Why would you kill it with a Coke?
Exactly.
All right.
It might be.
So this cigar,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
just
Okay.
say-
Wait. Hold on. So just so everybody knows tonight, don't give out any information about this cigar if you can, because we're going to have some. Outside of a really in-depth review on how whiskey is made from grain to glass, right? We're going to get into the
As is
process of the
Dean.
growing, the different types of grains, the flavor profiles that they give, then how they're matured and roasted and under-roasted and dried, and then all that stuff through fermentation, the different yeast you can use, the flavor profiles. It's going to be an awesome show, but we're also going to have maybe a question or two about the cigar. But the main reason why I don't want y'all to say anything about the cigar, if you're able to find out about what the cigar is because of the fact that I want to see if these two guys, I took the bands off the cigar, and we're going to see if they can guess who the manufacturer and what the cigar is.
I can guarantee you that I probably will not be able to, but I'll definitely give my darnest.
So I want to let everybody know what the cigar is right now. It's a box. You really can't see it right now because the camera's cutting it off. But I want to ask that Nick turn his phone over and John not look at the computer. Okay? So I'm going to come around and show everybody real quick. Damn it, John.
Oh, I'll slide on over here so I don't see it. In fact, I'll just
Aw, dang it, John. Let's try
be
it.
fair about it. You didn't say not look at the box.
Oh,
So
this
it's
is
not
true.
look at the computer.
Here is the cigar that they're going to be tasting. You know what? I don't think John could get it.
It was upside down anyway.
Oh, I was reading it.
But
I
I'm
was
trying
just
to
doing it for
cover
joke.
all the information about this particular cigar tonight. But before we do that, gentlemen, let's pour this spirit real quick. I'm going to actually take the box and put it in there.
Oh, you don't trust us?
No, trust is not.
Nick and I are so trustworthy. I don't know why you wouldn't think
Yeah,
we're not
let's pour this
trustworthy
spirit
people.
and
We're
let's
the most
get a
trustworthy people
smell
I
of
know.
this.
my God.
What the heck? By the way, this is 100 proof. This is damn, John. These are actually balls were really hard.
You were really excited about it. I figured
those
maybe
of
you
you-
wanted a bigger sample.
Those of you who are whiskey hounds, y'all know that the whiskey industry, as far as getting balls, has gone just ape shit.
It's
right
turned
now.
into. It's actually turned. Ironically,
crazy.
it's turned into a sport.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Purchasing
You can buy it for the
high-end
lowest price
whiskeys.
this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so I was able to get 3 of these bottles, and somehow, some way, I accidentally opened 2 of them. God damn it!
So I think the purchasing of whiskey is the male. No, I'm just gonna say the adult version of baseball cards.
baseball cards, yeah, or comics
or comics.
at certain times of the year.
Oh wait, I think I can flip it over now.
So
Yep.
let's get the smell on the whiskey, and then let's get the taste profile. Like I say, it's made from 2005 to 2006 and 2008. Really old, kind of a dusty style.
I can taste the 2005 and the 2008.
I got the 2006.
You should do the 2008 because the 2008s.
All right,
got-
so it is a rye, yes.
Yeah.
well, and it's not a rye. It's a bourbon that has high rye mash bills.
Because I can smell the spice from the
Yeah.
rye or the oak or
Now I
it's-
get a good
I'm getting.
citrus.
I was gonna say I'm getting oak and a lot of caramel.
Yeah,
yeah, and I get some citrusy, orangey kind of a zest to it
You get that cinnamons.
that you normally
Yep.
get with kind of a rye. Some bourbons, but yeah, I get some fruits out of there.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Ryan, I'm
Apricot?
talking really fast because I have to get on to the questions about the whiskey process.
nah,
okay?
we'll take our time. We'll just slow
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
So,
let's.
we don't wanna rush the show.
But I'll give it a try.
But
Oh, cheers!
Swirly the girl.
First off-
cheers.
happy birthday, Rod.
Happy birthday, Rod!
Happy birthday, Rod. Jesus, Dean, get
Yeah.
yourself a big enough pour.
I know.
Are you thirsty?
Anybody want to come pick up Dean after the show? He ain't gonna be driving home.
That's right.
This is only 100 proof. Come on.
So on the nose,
Oh,
wonderful
so
aromas
good.
on the nose.
Yeah.
So you guys can talk about what you're tasting on the flavor while I sip, because I was just talking about the nose here.
I'm getting very oaky.
So
Yeah, it's oaky, but it's a deep caramel. It's a
Yeah.
really good aged, like a homemade caramel.
Yeah.
Though, really nice. You get the cinnamon and the allspice and the citrus.
The allspice
comes
is-
in later.
I get allspice about midway, and then that citrus just hits the back of the tongue just a little bit.
If anybody else out there has a bottle of Remus 5, and I know you do, Dave, and if you have one that's open, or if there's anybody else in the audience that has a Remus 5 and wants to share along with us, and you can write in what you're getting for flavor notes, go ahead and do that. That'd be really good. John's doing some mouthwash and some bourbon mouthwash here, and I'm going to do the same.
So I aerated it a bunch, chewed on it a bit, let it kind of just warm up and get my mouth used to the alcohol. Let it sit in there a little bit so it gets used to it. I get hints of cinnamon, I get apricot, orange, get the oak, maybe a hint of clove on the finish.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. That's what I started
So-
to get was clove.
When I aerated it a little bit, and then I did a retro with it in my mouth, I actually got more of like the apricot.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of retrohaling through your nose.
Maybe a peach.
Yeah, for those of you who are like, what are you talking about? Retrohale with whiskey. Listen, you get some air into the whiskey like you would with wine. You just
Yep.
kind of tilt your head down like I've been doing, and suck in a little bit of air, not a lot, and just swish it around, and then just breathe out through your nose. Not while your head's down like that, where you don't want to breathe the whiskey out through your nose.
Or you can tilt your head back and gargle it.
And gargle a little
with
bit.
That, mouthwash.
That also aerates it really
that
well.
also allows for some of the whiskey to get further back in your palate on your tongue, to where because you're blowing air out.
You like it down your throat? Is that what you're saying?
No.
He likes it in his throat.
He likes it in his throat.
So anyway, it
He likes to
allows
gargle
you to
with
get further
liquid.
back in your palate, and so there's the very back portions of your tongue can sometimes pick out certain flavors that you may not.
And
be
to answer
picking
your
out.
question, Eric said crappy bourbon. That's why he masked it with
Crappy
Coke.
bourbon, yeah.
Crappy bourbon.
Yeah. So we have lots of people writing in already, and I can't tell you whether or not you're right or wrong. And so let's get on with how whiskey is made.
Well, before we get there,
Okay.
if I can, so
talk about
after I
rye
let the finish on the whiskey sit there
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I took a quick puff of the
Oh,
cigar.
yeah. Let me do my cigar.
I let the smoke sit in there a little bit, and then retrohale a little bit. So this cigar for me is very earthy. I get a lot of earth, mushroomy tones out of it, and doing that after the finish set, right? It's different than just taking a quick sip and taking
Right.
a toke of the cigar. It's a long process. Just let it sit and relax, and it actually smoothed out the tinnier aspects of the whiskey. There's not a lot of tinniness there.
Yeah.
But the acidic part of it that you always get from whiskey, the alcohol, I guess you'd call it, it
Well,
really
you can
really
get
made
some
it
bitter-
mushroomy
you
and
can get
earthy.
some bitter spirits though. Sometimes
But
they're
yeah,
just
this
bitter.
isn't that.
No,
this
it
isn't
is
that.
not. No.
So I call that grainy.
Yeah.
I don't get really a lot of graininess outside of the nose and the rye. But-
So we're smoking the same stick but different vitolas.
Different size.
But I got. I mean, I'm a third
the
way through it already.
Third.
So we have the same
Okay.
size, right?
Yeah.
We have
no,
the same vitolas.
No, he's got a different size and you got a different size. We'll just get on to some questions here. You know,
But
let's talk
what I was
Alright.
gonna say was I actually when the pairing that I'm getting is a lot of graham cracker. It's very
Okay.
very like freshly ground grains is kind of the taste that I'm getting, and it's actually really refreshing.
So here's the suggestions, folks. If you are going to have some friends over, and let's say you're all drinking the same thing or a couple of things, but if you have some different size cigars, that's a good way for certain people to experiment. Or if let's say that you're going to get one size, like let's say that you're going to buy a Toro, and your son goes, not your son, but your friends. One of your friends is going to buy a Petit Corona, and then another one's going to buy a Figurado style cigar or something like that.
So
y'all can try those and see what they taste like, because the different size of the cigar will lend, even though it's the same tobacco, you will get different flavor profiles.
you will,
from it.
yes, I agree. A lot of manufacturers say no, it's all the same. It's just there's always some slight differences.
there is.
Yeah, and you bug them enough, and they'll say yeah. So okay, so I took cigar, let the smoke sit in my mouth, and then took a quick sip. Now I don't
trust you
graham
on-
crackery, but you know, like the crumbling you put on like
I'll get a
cobbler and
bready.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
get a
it's
bready.
bready, brown sugary
Yep.
kind of a thing when you do it that way. So not overly sweet, but just kind of the aroma that's around your mouth is just kind of like you just had like an apricot crumble or something like that.
Yeah, or like a I was gonna say a cobbler or something.
Some
like
kind of
that.
cobbler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree with that. And I am
Also,
getting that more.
Eric's finally came out and said it's Puncher's Chance.
Yeah, sure.
Punches chance.
Oh,
Puncher's Chance.
the whiskey.
Hence why he put it
Yeah.
with Coke.
Okay, so here we go. I want you both, gentlemen, and this is pertaining to the whiskey,
Aw.
but
My cigar went out.
what size Vitola is your whiskey?
Mine is brandy snifter Vitola.
Yes.
Lovely.
Mine is just a.
Okay, no, we're really going to be doing cigar questions. We're not really going to be going into
Okay.
whiskey. Because that would be a very, very long show. But we're going to, actually the questions are about the cigar. And so this is something that you can do with your friends, is give blind cigars and do a blind cigar tasting, and then have questions for the group of people, like if you were doing a whiskey tasting, right? Same thing, and you have certain questions. So I want you both to give me what you think the vitola that you're smoking is.
Oh, well.
Not only just the name, but the parameters.
All right. So this is a length of like a Bellicoso, but it's not because the ring gauge is smaller than a Bellicoso. It's almost like a double Robusto in terms of ring gauge. So I'm going to guess the ring gauge here is 46, and the length here is probably about, I don't know, 6.5.
Okay. You said a 46
Yeah.
by 6.
Because Bellicosos are usually a little bit more than that.
And you're saying it's a...
I'm guessing it's a what do they call it? It's either a double Robusto or Robusto Gordo or something. It seems to be like a Robusto sized ring gauge, maybe a little bit larger.
Yeah, you're wrong. Okay.
So I don't know the names of all the lengths, but ring gauge, I would say this was I think it's like maybe like a 52 by 6.
Yeah, yours is definitely bigger than mine.
Yeah. So well, it was
What would you-
lengthwise, it was probably about the same.
Okay.
But I mean, I know Churchills are really, really long, but they're also really skinny.
No, not necessarily. They can go up to a 48.
I'll say both of them are probably non-typical. They're not like
No,
your typical
yours
Robusto.
So mine's a non-typical.
Yours is a non-typical. It doesn't really have a Vitola rating on it.
Great.
Okay, so just to let you
But
guys
guess it
know-
anyway.
I'll say
Yeah.
Churchill minus.
Okay, no. Yours doesn't. Well, I guess yours would be called a gigantic, and it's a 6 by 60.
That was close.
Yours is a Turo, and that is a 6. You got the 6 right on the length, but it is a 50.
All right, 46 to 50.
Yeah, you weren't far off from the ring
Well,
gauge.
I'd say 52, 60.
But I was saying it's like a Bellicoso, but it just
Yeah.
seems smaller than a normal Bellicoso. Now, most of my Bellicosos that I like
Yeah.
got the torpedo end.
Yeah,
So
and that's how you know it's not a Bellicoso, is because it doesn't have a tapered end to it. But they do have.
But
one
you
that's
said it's a
kinda like-
Bellicoso.
but they do. No, I said it wasn't. It's a Toro.
or Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bigger end of the Toro, I guess you would say. That would be pushing.
I would say it's a
not
smaller
so much
ring
the
gauge
ring
of a
gauge,
Toro.
but the length.
Because the Toros are usually in the 50s.
Yeah, and it is. It's a 6 by 50.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah. Okay. Is the cigar that you are smoking a multi-country blend or a puro? Let's see.
All right. So for me,
Ed Ryan's watching.
I'm gonna go for the Gusto. This is very
What's his
earthy.
action?
There's a lot of earth in there, which is indicative for me and my taste buds of a Honduran tobacco. I don't really get a lot of Ligero or like a peppery, which I usually get from Nicaraguan. But it also has some flavors in there that are indicative of the DR.
Okay, what's your question? What's your answer? Is it a multi-country blend or a puro?
I'm gonna guess it's a Puro from Honduras.
Okay. And Nick, what are you saying?
Multicultural, but I'm going to say majority of it is from
Multicultural? Just say multi-country.
multi-country, but I also think majority of it is Nicaraguan. Because I actually got pepper.
Did you? I don't get, even through the retro, I don't get
I
as
got a little bit of
spices.
pepper.
All right.
John is wrong.
Of course.
Nick is right. It is a multi-country.
Okay, but it's not Nicaraguan.
Well, you're very close on two aspects. But I can't. Well, yeah. Okay. You know
All
what
right,
the
all
other
right,
parties
all right,
are.
all right. Okay, so I got multi-country.
Yeah, multi-country. You got that
Sweet.
right. Okay.
I don't think I'd get any questions right.
Yeah.
But that's why we're not master blenders.
Okay.
Correct.
What 5 elements does this manufacturer test the soil for before planting tobacco?
What?
Oh yeah.
What 5 elements did they test for?
Yeah. What 5 elements do they test for before they grow their tobacco every year?
In the soil?
In the soil. No, they grow their tobacco in the air. They just throw the seeds up and they come down. They're already done. They're grown.
You just said 5 elements. It could be anything.
Yes, it could be.
Because air, does lend a lot to the flavor of a cigar.
Once again, this is more so for a learning aspect for the audience, and I will tell y'all immediately after this what it is.
And to show the audience that we really don't know anything about the
let's see what
farming
the
of a
audience
cigar.
know. I want to know what the audience knows. Outside of Ed Ryan. Outside of Ed Ryan, you can't. Because Ed Ryan would know. And we'll get to the price point of the cigar towards the end. Jason, so we will get to that.
All right, so it's a farming question. I'll say 5.
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
I would say the nutrients in the soil.
Well, you have to call them out, like nitrogen, magnesium.
You want oxygen in the soil.
Okay, dude, no. Okay.
Not-
go.
Air, sunlight, like
No,
how
no.
much?
There's oxygen, idiot.
So,
No, air is actually oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen.
Okay, whatever.
I'm going to say nitrogen, magnesium. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Can I call a friend? Can I call Husto?
can we have a 50-50?
Yeah, can we have a 50-50?
Oh, Ed Ryan put unobtainium. Hey,
Unobtainium?
No, Ed, that's actually a whiskey called unobtainium. It's a light whiskey that's like 15 years old, 15 or 16 years old. But it's a light whiskey that was done back in like the mid 80s or so.
All right, I'm just going to throw out just basic science.
Okay.
What did I say? Nitrogen,
Yep.
magnesium, potassium, sodium. One more.
Vitamin C.
I don't know. I got
Chlorophyll.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
are you going to say?
Copper.
Chlorophyll.
Uh,
Whatever. No, audience cannot guess. These are for.
Why? He doesn't know what it is. I don't see him on his phone.
Who's got a phone he can research?
so, I don't know if it's specifically talking about like periodic table elements.
Well, they said nitrogen already.
But
Ed.
I think to check for the soil, they want how much moisture it can hold.
Oh my God.
Elements. Like the
Elements,
the
dude.
Like
chemical-
so we're going chemical here.
We're going chemical.
Okay,
Think.
so
Think periodic table and
so it
go
is
from
that
that.
way. Okay,
Air's not up there.
calm down. Good Lord.
Moisture of the soil.
Hydrogen,
not-
nitrogen, lithium, uranium,
Mercury.
and mercury.
Those
There.
would be some
There you
very
go.
uplifting and downgrading
So
cigars.
I'm gonna go with oxygen, nitrogen. Let's see. If there's any argon in the soil, because that's not good. I'm gonna go with potassium, and then I'm gonna end with what the hell, magnesium.
Okay. All right. So y'all did pretty good. Y'all did pretty good. So here's what they test for. They test for boron, magnesium, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphate. Because a lot of
Phosphate. That's what I was thinking of with the
phosphates,
fertilizers and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I couldn't think of it.
And I don't know if that's every company, but I'm pretty sure that's what every company probably tests for.
Well, that's
Hold on,
standard.
Eric. No, time out. Eric has the best answer. They test for brownness.
Brownness.
Yes.
Brownness.
And also.
Or black.
Oh,
Ice.
and electrolytes. It's what plants
Electrolytes.
need.
Oh, I know.
Is there
what
any
you're talking about.
Gatorade in the soil?
What movie is that? That's what movie is that from? But it's got electrolytes in it. Shoot. There's a
Dave-
movie. It's really funny.
David Babcock goes high C and Gatorade.
That's right. Or
But they're trying to-
or urine.
Because they're trying to grow the plants out in the field and they're using Gatorade, right? And he's like, no, plants aren't going to grow with this. They need just water. And they're
Let's
like,
see.
but it's
It's
got
got
electrolytes in
They
it.
check for Scotch, whiskey,
All right. Can the
Scotch,
audience
beer.
Actually, you can use beer.
Dave Babcock says they check for Willamette River brown trout.
That's right. Red Bull.
Can the audience text in and say what movie that's from that we're talking about? I just can't. Idiocracy. Gotcha. Idiocracy. Fantastic movie to watch. Okay. So y'all did pretty good on that one, and that was more so for the audience, so the educational for the audience. So let's go on. How tall do sun-grown tobacco plants get?
I'm gonna say 3 feet.
Primed or not primed? Leaving the flowers
Oh,
on
God,
or not?
dude, seriously?
You want to get anal about it? Let's get anal about
Okay,
it.
without the flowers, because every tobacco plant manufacturer takes the flowers off.
No, they do not. Some
There's some that
plants
will
are
leave the
allowed to
flesh.
grow so they can grab the tobacco seeds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
reuse
welcome
them.
to the Tobacco Rumble.
No, well,
I'm going to say 3 feet.
Okay. Now, John's been to a
around-
plantation, not just one, but several.
I'm going to say 6 to 6.5.
Okay. You're both wrong. If y'all kind of met in the middle, you
4.5
might
feet.
It is
5 feet, maybe?
5.5 feet.
Yeah.
5.5 feet for sun-grown plants.
Okay.
Now, how tall are plants when they are shade-grown? And just to let you guys know, shade-grown means what they do is they put cheesecloth above. They kind of make these like cheesecloth, kind of like greenhouses in a sense.
Can I give an answer of less than 5 feet?
Sure, you can give that if you want.
Less than 5 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to say less than 4 feet.
I'm going to say you're both so really completely
Is it
wrong.
taller?
A lot taller. They're 9 feet tall.
Wow. Never been to a shade-grown plant.
Yeah, well, we never saw any in the DR. I didn't see any.
Well, no. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them you see in Connecticut, Vermont, right? Because that's where a lot of the Connecticut
David
shade is
Babcock
grown.
says Dean is idiocracy defined.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I'm beautifully defined with idiocracy. Okay. Which style of tobacco grown is normally what they use for wrappers? Which style of growing is normally what they use for wrappers?
How about you give us a multiple choice?
How
It
about
is.
So I'm going to say they use the sun-grown wrapper choice.
No, which style of growing?
Yeah. I gave y'all a
Irrigation.
big hint. He said sun-grown.
What style of growing for a wrapper?
Yeah, I don't know if that's right, Ed. I don't know how you would you say which style of growing?
No.
Are you saying that this is grown? It's sun-grown, but shade grown?
What are you trying to ask? Because you're asking us a farm question. You grow.
Yeah, okay.
Is it
So normally
Connecticut
when you
shade
grow-
style?
normally-
Is it
normally-
sun-grown
normally-
style?
Time out.
Is it?
Neither John or I were raised in
Okay, I know
Texas
that.
on a farm.
Okay.
Neither was Dean. Dean
And
had to
neither
look up
was
these
I.
answers himself.
Let's say that we grow tobacco and half of our farm, well, we do a specific style, but which style of growing that we do, the majority of those leaves are the ones that, now I'm not saying that you can't have some of the other style that does make it to wrapper leaf, but the majority, a greater percentage of this style becomes wrapper leaves.
Shade grown. The shade style.
Yeah, because shade is.
Ninjutsu? The Kamehameha.
Yeah,
Turtle
I'm
style.
gonna have to agree that the shade style probably becomes
Okay.
more percentage.
Eric says
No.
shade.
I don't really understand the question.
Yeah, it's shade grown. Because the shade grown plant is like 9 feet tall and the stress upon the plant is a little bit less. So you don't have the blemishes of the holes through the leaves and stuff. And so, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Ed, but you might be able to tell us a little bit more about it. But I think the shade, because you get more.
So the question is, what style of growing a plant
this
becomes the
manufacturer.
largest percentage
Yeah.
of that style?
Yes.
Because you have a
For
sun-grown
wrappers.
style, you have a
Yes.
you have a shade-grown style, you have
yes.
other different styles. Which one of those plants usually becomes mostly
The percentage
the wrapper?
of the leaves, yes.
I would say shade grown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and that's because I want to say it's because the plant is bigger.
that was an odd question.
Because it could be the same species, like let's just say Corona, right? We're growing a Corona tobacco. Some of it's in the sun and the other part of it's in the shade. Those are going to grow taller, and because of that, they're going to have more leaves because the plant's actually kind of struggling a little bit to survive, so it's going to put more leaves out there to grab more. And I think that's why they grow taller.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Since this is multi-country,
Yes.
Really quick, Dave Babcock says 2 things. Dave says, what does this have to do with them tasting the cigar and guessing it? And then he goes, I'm so stressed out. I'm hotboxing my cigar. No more questions.
yeah. Okay, so there is Nicaraguan in here.
Oh, you can't go back and change your mind.
So you said there was Nicaraguan in here.
No, yeah.
He said it's
related to that.
multicultural.
He said there was a majority of Nicaraguan. I said he was really close.
Is the binder Nicaraguan?
Could be, could maybe not be.
What?
Let's go to the next question.
Oh, God damn it.
What do you think the wrapper species of tobacco for this cigar is? Not where it's grown.
So when you're talking about
Well,
species,
no, actually, I'm gonna have to rephrase that. I gotta rephrase that.
I was gonna say, are you talking about the type of leaf?
Where is it grown? Yeah, there's not a leaf. to
Where?
it.
Which country?
Yeah. Where?
On the wrapper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nicaragua,
I'm gonna say Dominican.
You're both wrong.
Honduras.
San Andreas, Mexico. It's a San Andreas Maduro wrapper.
Oh, okay.
For this
Okay.
one.
Well,
Okay.
that's okay.
What species of plants is the is the binder a single country binder or a multi-country binder?
I'm gonna say single country binder.
Normally, it's a single.
Okay. Well, no, I've seen a couple that I've had some that will use two different.
I have too, but it's not the norm.
But this is a single country binder.
So it's a multicultural blended.
Multi-country. So the wrapper is from Mexico.
Yep.
The binder he hasn't disclosed yet, but it is from a single country.
Okay, so we got Mexico. My guess is
Well, I said it was a single country. I'll go ahead. Okay. I will let y'all know the binder is Nicaraguan.
That's what I asked, and you said no.
you said maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Yeah, I said I didn't tell you you were right or wrong. Okay. Okay. What species of tobacco is the binder?
Now, when you mean by species, you're talking about like Lajero and all that, right?
Corojo,
Well, it could be
Corojo,
Criollo,
Was it
anything like
broadleaf.
that. It could be a Connecticut broadleaf kind of tobacco.
Considering I don't get much pepper from a Nicaraguan, well, you don't get much from a binder.
Yeah, you do.
No, you get most of your flavor from the wrapper,
You do get some from the binder too, though.
but a small percentage. If there's any pepper, you're getting it from that, but which I don't get a lot. So, dude,
Come on.
I
Quiet,
am
Ryan.
less. I am less.
I'm gonna
versed
say
in this.
broadleaf. No,
Okay.
I take that back because that would give me a lot more pepper.
How many broadleafs they grow in Nicaragua?
Yeah, so
There you go. Might want to change that answer.
I'm gonna say Corojo.
yep, me too.
Okay, you both could be right or you could be wrong.
What the fuck?
No. Wait. And I will tell y'all in a little bit once we get through the filler. And there's a reason why. Okay. So they both could be right or they could be wrong. There was not information on this, but there was partial information.
Dave Babcock.
Yes, this is just to be a joke.
Dave Babcock goes. The lemmings have gone over the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this cigar have aged tobacco of 10 years or more?
Ooh.
Is it an aged cigar? And that could be within the binder, the wrapper, or the filler.
I'm gonna say yes because the price point.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I will also say yes.
Okay. No.
Really?
No.
Is it 5 years or less?
I don't know what the age is, but it's not. No.
These are great questions, Dean.
Ladies and gentlemen, I nominate Dean for the worst game show host on the planet.
Wait. No.
Last time we had these kind of questions, I had to eat freaking silkworms. So I'm not going to eat more silkworms.
Look, there's a reason behind it because this particular company, whenever they have aged tobacco, most companies, if they have tobacco that they age for 10 years, now, maybe Ed Ryan could correct me on this, but I think just a cigar has to have a part of the tobacco that's 10-year aged, and then they can say a 10-year aged cigar. I'm not sure on that one. But there was no information. But no, it's not. It's not. Come on, man. It's okay, man.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
The dude abides.
Hey, is
Well,
Rod,
like,
wait, I wanna
that's
know if-
just like
is
your
Rod
opinion, man.
Is Rod Gunlock on? Rod, are you on? Please, Rod, write something. Just type something in the computer and hit enter.
Anyway,
It's going to
keep
take him
going.
10
Let's
minutes to
keep
do that.
Yeah, I know, it might. Is the filler a multi-country or single-country blend?
going. I'm gonna say multi.
Multi.
Wrong! It is a single-country blend. When you said majority Nicaraguan,
Yes.
you said it was a multi-country cigar,
Correct.
but majority Nicaraguan.
Correct.
That's why I said you were really close to guessing this cigar.
Okay.
Because the wrapper is San Andreas and everything else is
Is
Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I did get pepper.
I think he's actually beating you in the points. I'm not keeping any points, but this is
There's
just
there's
But-
no
John,
expertise
so-
in this.
No,
You're
but
asking
John,
us
the only
ridiculous questions.
point that I got the pepper was the last half.
I don't get a lot of my. I like Nicaraguan tobaccos, and that could be because of the priming, could be from the region, right? But depends on the species of the plant.
Dean's bullshit. Ryan?
No, I am not.
Oh, Ryan.
Not-
I'm gonna
Nicaraguan mostly is a pepper characteristic in terms of the cigar style.
Okay.
Honduran is- Honduran is
next
earthy.
Question, next question. Next
Okay,
question.
whatever.
What is the makeup of the filler for this cigar? For
makeup?
the tobacco species.
Part of Dean's beard and part asshole hair.
No, just asshole. Period.
Well, y'all already got one tobacco correct.
Well, it's Nicaraguan.
No, I didn't say what country.
Oh,
I said
so-
what species of tobacco makes up the filler.
You
And I
know,
said you already got half of it right.
well, if we said half of it, then we were talking about what? Shade?
we were talking about Corojo.
Oh, Corojo. Okay.
What's the other one? This is where it gets tense, folks. I see sweats forming on the eyebrow.
All I
you
know is I'm
what-
not.
You know what the sweat's coming from? It's the fact that John and I haven't killed you yet.
Yeah, and I'm not really enjoying the cigar anymore.
I mean, come on. Everybody's
This
gotta be
cigar
having
tastes like
fun on
shit
this.
now because I'm angry.
Yeah, because I'm
Well,
hostile.
My birthday cigar to Rod, which is a Padron 1964 anniversary, tastes pretty good.
I'm thinking someone's going to get a shot of P-Nutty
Let's
after all
let's
this.
take a sip of the whiskey.
You know what? Maybe that'll calm me down. Nope, I still want to kill you.
All right.
So I'm gonna say Corojo is what's the
I'm going to say Corojo.
Vejillo? Veijo?
What?
Vejillo? Isn't it on the top part of the plant? Tobacco?
That's not the species of the plant.
Corojo, sun-grown, broadleaf, shade.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Corojo and sun-grown.
Sun-grown people. Sun-grown is not a species of tobacco plant. It is not. It is how it is grown. Please discredit that last answer.
Says Mr. Scientist over here.
Dave Babcock says so Jamie was like, practice makes perfect. This reminds me of your guys' first blind whiskey tasting.
Yeah,
that
there
was
you
pretty
go.
fun.
Yeah.
And then Dave Babcock, that was the blind whiskey tasting when I went, "Bleh."
Okay. We only got 2 more questions after this, folks.
Oh, God, 2 more questions.
2 more.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Dos más cuestiones.
Wait, what
Has
did
Rod,
you just
has
say?
Rod
Preguntas.
Has Rod
Dos
I don't think
preguntas.
Rod's listening. I don't think Rod's on. Dang it, Rod. It's your birthday and you're not on, and I even talked to you before I came over here.
So, you don't even know how to speak it.
Speaketh.
Speaketh a Spanish. What do
Yeah.
they call last 2 questions?
Yeah. No. What's the blend? What's the makeup of the
No.
blend?
We're questioning your Spanish right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I did it Americano style.
Yeah,
No.
you did.
There you go.
You like
Spanglish.
pigeon
Yes,
Spanish.
Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Right. That's Tex-Mex, folks. Let's go with the no more dead air. Let's go. We got Criollo.
I'll say double Corojo. Because I don't care.
Corojo, I really don't know.
Okay, it's Criollo and Habano.
Oh my god.
All right, now here we go.
Yeah, Eric's
What
were
do you
sleeping
think
too.
The price point for this cigar is, and I kind of gave it away to John, so he's going to get pretty close. Or then again, maybe not.
I'm gonna say $9.
I'm going to say 14.
John is closer. This is anywhere between $11 to $13. It was about $12.75 or something. What I paid
That's
for
what I
it
said.
at the store. You said 9.
I said 12.
This is okay.
You said 9.
I said 12. I didn't say no.
I'm not listening to you
This
anymore.
this is a good cigar.
Oh, I
I
would
think
agree.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
what
pay
do y'all
as
think
much
of the
as
cigar?
14 for it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Who do you think?
As long as you didn't ask me any fucking questions,
who do
I
you
would
think
buy
the
one.
manufacturer of this cigar is?
Well, what we know about you is you're an AJ whore, but
I
this,
am a-
this
hey,
does
Folks,
not
folks,
taste.
I am a AJ whore.
And we could say that without getting cut off
yeah.
because we're not writing.
Yeah,
it.
because we're not Ryan.
So
I'm
yeah, we're
an
not
AJ
Ryan.
fanboy.
Ryan can't say anything.
I'm an AJ fanboy.
I'm not going to say it's an AJ because usually AJ has something more fuller
Wait,
body.
honestly?
But
Ryan Bolts wrote, Rod's not on because he could not stand seeing your naked chin.
Dave says Rod was the only smart one not to log in.
Come on, who do you think the manufacturer for this is? And this is where now I want to tell the audience. This is where it comes down to whenever you're trying a cigar blind, you have no preconceptions of it, right?
we have no
Whereas
point of reference
if
on
there's-
this at all.
If you do see the band and stuff for a cigar, someone hands it to you. If you smoked those cigars in the past, and especially if you smoked many of them,
Even
you
if I
kind of have a
was-
flavor profile to go
So,
by.
Even if it was a sommelier asking me the brand is an impossible question.
Well, no, I have a guess.
Okay,
I'm actually going to say Oliva.
okay, that's one. Is Oliva made in Nicaragua?
They have Nicaraguan blends.
But now that we know it's made in Nicaragua, that gives us some selected choices.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just well, there are quite a few cigar manufacturers in Nicaragua, though. I mean, I think even Arturo Fuente has a new factory that's opening up in
Is it
Nicaragua.
Arturo Fuente?
All right, so I'm just going to go with AJ just because you're an AJ whore.
Okay, and truthfully,
Oliva.
And he
Okay.
needs Nicaragua.
okay, this, folks, this is the new cigar from Rocky Patel called the Disciple.
Really?
Rocky Patel is made in Honduras.
Dude, motherfucker. Go to the website.
Welcome to the Tobacco
Somebody
Rumble.
else is rolling it for them in Nicaragua
No,
then
it's
because
not.
they have a
He
plant in
owns a-
they
he
have a
has-
plant in
He
Danley.
has one in Nicaragua now, too.
Someone.
Finest estate-grown Nicaraguan blend and long fillers covered by gorgeous, oily, dark San Andres wrapper from Mexico. It's a medium to full-body smoke with rich flavors that consist of wood, earth, coffee, hints of black pepper, and plenty of other natural whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's if you go to the... If you
So
go,
why didn't you ask us what we tasted out of it?
I did earlier. I said, what did y'all get out of it? What were y'all getting out of it?
We got the pepper, got the earth,
Yeah.
got all those things.
Yeah.
I said graham cracker, and I
But-
didn't say coffee of all things.
But see, so this next question goes
Yeah,
more...
you didn't say coffee. What the hell's wrong with you?
So this next question goes more so to John than it might for Nick, because I don't know how many of the Rocky Patels you've had.
Not many.
Okay, so John and I have smoked quite a few, and to me, the Rocky Patels tend to have more of a not as spicy.
They're more earthy.
They tend to have a softer, earthier profile to them, like more of a leather, earth, stuff like that.
Agree.
This, to me, this cigar, when I smoked this cigar at Eric's house about a week and a half ago, I was very surprised by the cigar, and I told Eric's too, and I didn't know anything about the cigar. I'm like, dude, this has got Nicaraguan tobacco all over the place in this thing. But it did not, to me, taste like a Rocky Patel normal cigar,
Doesn't
like
taste
a
like a
1990
doesn't taste
or
like,
anything
like
like that.
Nicaraguan either.
Yeah, to me it does. Dude, what the F, man? Come on, bro.
You haven't been drinking.
That's not a cheap...
Hey, if we have to answer these ridiculous questions, you got to drink.
I'm going to be feeling good in a minute. Folks, in a minute.
Wow, that bottle is almost gone, Dean.
Yeah, no, yeah. Half of that bottle's in my glass. Oh, wait, John needs some more.
No, I do not need more.
You know? All right. You sure? Okay.
I got plenty.
All right. So we're done with that. I hope that the audience, that you guys really liked it. Some of it was to learn from. you
Okay,
know.
so
Some
what
of it
is
was.
the cigar?
It is the Disciple. The box is over there. Lee, can you grab me the box real quick?
So the Rocky Patel Disciple.
Yes, it's the Rocky Patel Disciple, and it's a new cigar. One of the online people called it a PCA. I don't know what a PCA is.
PCA is the
But
Premium Cigar Association.
Okay, so this is the foot band. Well, they already saw
Finally,
the
something
box.
I know.
didn't see this part.
Yes, they did. They saw the front of the box. Yes.
I don't know if I can see the box.
But it's a double
Yes, I
banded.
can see
It's
that.
a double banded. It's got a foot band on the cigar, and then it's got another band up at the top of it. Where if you saw the pictures on the smoking salad today that I sent, it has that, and it's got the copper and the black stripe going around it.
How
But
much Dean has drank?
I know.
I haven't
I've
gotten
hardly
any.
had any Dean's Hogging at all.
Selfish.
You got a drinking problem.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope that everybody enjoyed this.
Hey, really quick,
So-
Brady, you just tuned in. What are you smoking and drinking tonight, buddy?
And a reminder, if you find this fun and interesting to watch, share it.
Ryan Poles wrote Granny Smith apples.
Granny Smith apples.
Eric's-
Wait. You got to do that correctly.
Wait.
Oh yeah,
Granny Smith apples.
Granny Smith apples.
Granny Smith apples.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I would suggest trying to do this with your friends where y'all could do a blind tasting and then ask certain questions about cigars and stuff. Like I say, it's sometimes
Well, okay,
it is hard to say, but they say that the only two tobaccos that they get at this particular
Honey Crisp apple.
They say that at the Rocky Patel website, and I would suggest everybody to go to the Rocky Patel website because you can click on a cigar, and then you can scroll down, and it'll say, "Do you want to see the process of how the cigar is done?" And it walks you through, like they grow the tobacco for 100 days, and then after 100 days, they take the primings off and everything, and then they separate them and put them up into the barns that actually look like rick houses. Well, what would you call that? That's
It's the aging barn.
aging barn, right? And that's where there's a lot of humidity because a lot of the moisture is leaving the tobacco leaves, and they go from green to yellow to brown. And then some of the pictures on the Rock Patel website are really cool. You would love to see some of the pictures that they had after they bunch all the cigars together. And what they did is they put them all together first, and I think what Rocky Patel does is he ages them first a little bit, and then he re-wets them and then ferments them.
Oh, interesting.
And they put them in the pelons, which are 2,500 pound, but they put them in
Pallets.
bales. They put them in like bales. They wrap them in a canvas.
Yeah.
or something. And then what they'll do is they will move the pelons around on top of each other and everything. But they don't necessarily, I don't think they necessarily open up, pull
They don't
tobacco
flip the
out.
bale at all?
Yeah, they'll rotate them and
Okay,
flip them, but
so
they don't
they double
necessarily-
ferment it.
Like what we saw at La Aurora, they were actually taking the pelons, which were just the tobacco. They didn't have them wrapped in anything, and they were moving some off and switching.
No, what they do is they wrap and get the pressure in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that way they can get the fermentation process to go a little bit quicker, as long as it's not too much pressure.
And the amount
and
of
then
time,
they flip it.
Yeah,
and then,
the amount of time that they ferment the tobacco depends upon what they're going for.
You know, it would
Okay,
be
but-
so cool to go into Nicaragua and see that process, but of course, we cannot.
No, we
Nope.
didn't do that this year.
So really quick, my
'Cause
friend
the
Brady.
event was canceled.
He is currently drinking Angry Balls.
Angry Balls.
He said cider with Fireball, but it's basically Angry Balls.
Oh, jeez.
And
That
he's
sounds
smoking a
bad.
Black Pearl.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Black Pearl it's a lower budget stick, but amazingly good for what it is.
Yeah. So at this farm, it says on the website that the two tobaccos that they get in are the Criollo and Habano. That's all they have.
Well, it says Habano or Criollo.
So, would you guys like
Well,
us
that's
to
what it's
do
made out
a
of.
review of the Black Pearl? Because it's actually a good
Really?
stick.
I don't
It's
think- I've
a it's
never had it.
a
I've
it's a
never
cheap
heard of
stick.
it.
Yeah,
Let's
it's,
ask the audience.
So-
audience, should
so
we
while-
smoke a Black Pearl?
So while
It's a
they're
low-
doing
it's a
that,
budget
Dean, I have
stick.
to ask you. So on the show and outside of the show, we've definitely talked about trying to do a blind cigar tasting, like even not with just with one cigar, but like trying to do
multiples.
multiple cigars. Now that you've done it, how hard was it for you to, or is it a difficult process to like? As a contestant. As a contestant,
Well,
I would say
no.
this was a very hard.
a blind taste testing would be okay. I got 3 cigars. One is this, one is this, one is this.
And
And
we're
you tell
talking
them what
about-
it is, and then you figure out which one is which.
In
Because-
I think what John's trying to say is
This is like level
all
3
the
sommelier
tobacco-
crap.
I think what you're trying to say is all the tobacco in that cigar is all the same.
So you'd probably
No.
want,
Okay.
You can do that.
but you would want to ahead of time say one cigar is Nicaraguan, one cigar, or you can be
one
like,
one
one's
cigar
AJ.
is a diplomat. One cigar is a 1964. One cigar is this, and you figure out which one is which.
Oh.
Because
So-
that's what people of our level are used to.
So
I don't pretend to
audience,
be
chime in. Let
a
us know
farmer.
if we should try that too. Let's see. Ryan says, "Who is the new?" Wow.
Yeah.
Ryan says, "Who is the new lesbian lady in the middle tonight?"
Yeah, whatever, Ryan.
What?
New lesbian in the middle.
Until you shoot an elk, don't come talk to me, buddy.
Dave Babcock says, "Smoke a black pearl with a new Cuba chaser."
What the hell is that?
Brady
Okay.
says, "Or do a true
shoot your
blind
pants?
test. You don't get any hints."
I don't know what you're talking about, Smalls.
Whatever.
Anyway. Nope.
No, we'll
Oh, by
do
the
this
way,
again.
you have a new name. Your name is currently without the beard is Deanna.
Whatever.
Deanna.
Deanna.
Say that to my face.
Eric's probably will.
Deanna.
Deanna.
Fuckers.
I'm gonna change the name right now.
Anyway.
Change your name to Deanna.
I really do hope that everybody learned a little bit of something. Like I say, not every cigar manufacturer does tobacco the same way.
Right.
But I would suggest everybody go to the Rocky Tail because they do have some little clips where you can click on stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Sometimes it's pretty cool about.
There's a lot of information on the websites when you're smoking a cigar, and I mean maybe you looked at it like last year, but they're always updating the websites all the time. They got a lot of really cool information out there.
Yeah.
So where did you buy this cigar?
I got this one at Timber Valley
In Tigard, right?
in
Tigard, Oregon.
Beaverton.
Well, Beaverton, Oregon.
It's Beaverton.
Um,
Right off of Walker Road.
for those of you from Michigan that are watching,
Yeah, don't try to go there because I bought the last two.
if you go to Bold in Michigan, they probably have them.
God, there you go.
Bold
Yeah.
as in BOLD.
In Grand Rapids, Michigan,
Yeah, but
is a
they're-
Rocky Patel shop.
Yeah, they're Rocky Patel.
And
shop, so
they've
they
got-
have a lot of stuff that
If you
John
like
hasn't
Rocky
seen.
Patel, it's awesome. But this, I mean, I don't smoke a lot of Rockies. I like the niche blends. I like the bold, harsh, hit you in the face kind of things. Rocky is more light to
Right.
medium. This is not that though.
No.
This is.
Oh,
It's
wait,
not
wait,
overpowering,
wait,
but go to bold.
Ryan, the next time we go offshore fishing, you don't get to use my stuff.
So Dave goes, "Don't gender Dean. He feels like a Furby today." And then Eric said that, yeah, he'll call you Deanna in your face.
Okay.
So really quick, we're getting close to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Next week is my show,
Yeah.
and we will be smoking the PDR Capa Madura.
Not the Pinel del Rio cigar, but a PDR.
No,
But the
PDR.
PDR.
Different types of cigars.
PDR Capa Madura. You can get it. The one that I have currently in my humidor, or travel humidor, is I bought it at Cascade.
Yeah.
It's not an expensive stick.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pair that with Kirkland's Whiskey Sour Mash.
Nice. We have not
Oh,
had
okay.
that. We were talking about that earlier. We've had the Kirkland Tequila,
Yeah.
the Añejo, which was
And
fantastic.
did we do the Kirkland Scotch? Did we do?
We did the Safeway.
We did.
Oh, we did Safeway.
We did the
Scotch.
Safeway. No, we did the Safeway whiskey.
Whiskey.
That was the
Okay.
we guessed that was
Yeah.
George Dickel. We don't know for sure.
It's
So-
probably George Dickel. Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a Costco that's available to everybody. We want to make sure that whatever we're smoking and drinking is available to everybody.
Can I have it ask the audience a real quick question, real quick?
I mean, go ahead.
No, you've asked enough questions tonight.
For next week's show, I want y'all to think about it or get together or talk about it. And I would like for once, let's have the audience name a spirit and a cigar that we should try.
Well,
And
okay,
not
we-
Swisher Sweet, please.
We've tried this.
Yeah, we did try that once. And
We've tried it a
Ryan
number of
Fulfilled
times.
That.
And we don't get a lot of feedback from you
No.
guys that are online. We get
No.
feedback from the studio audience, and I'd like to thank the studio audience for being here tonight.
Yes. Woo! Yes.
So
Guys.
we do have studio audience here.
And if you are a studio audience,
Yeah,
sometimes
and you don't have to wear a mask.
Sometimes you get to have the cigar that
Yeah,
we're smoking.
sometimes you get to smoke the cigar.
Now, we're going to be doing some giveaways in the next couple of months. It's Christmas season, right? So we are going to be doing giveaways. If you want to be participating in some of the giveaways, you got to be here at the OCA Lounge here in Vancouver, Washington. So if you want to know where that is, shoot a message to Smoking Salads.
Yep.
We'll give you the address.
So-
most of you that are following us knows where that is. Those of you that are following outside of Washington, Oregon, you're kind of out of luck there. But we will talk about expanding this to other states where we can get you swag and everything else. Speaking of swag,
I was about to ask you how are things looking on our merchandise?
so
we have
lots of great summertime shirts, Smoking Salad shirts,
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
you can
right.
you can go to Real Men Smoke Cigars /Smoking Salads, and you can look at all the shirts there. Wonderful shirts. We've been wearing them all summer long. Now we're into the winter months. Not everybody, is in the winter in the winter states.
yeah.
But we now have a fleece sweatshirt. It's a zip up, and it's got a nice logo here. I should get that within the next couple of weeks, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Is it a half zip like the one that you're currently
No, it's
wearing?
a full-on zip with pockets and cigar holders and everything. So that will be available very, very soon. As soon as I can get one in here, they're going to put it on site, and you can order it up. So for those of us that are in the colder winter months, you can get yourself a nice fleece. It's not really super heavy, but it's very comfortable. If those of you that have seen my old OCA one, very similar to that.
So Eric's already recommended one. He says that we should smoke the Ogre with the Turkey 101 rye.
Wait, hold on a second. But is the Ogre a cigar that we can get a hold of in the shop? Is that-
Yeah. It's the Asylum Ogre.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, that'd be a
Dave
good pairing.
Babcock says he needs some bowling swag. I mean, you saw what we did. So for those of you that weren't able to attend, we had a bowling night, and it
Yes. It was fun.
regardless of who did better than
And
who,
I
it was
killed
a
it.
lot of fun.
I killed it.
John
Dave
hit about
Babcock
actually
14
won.
John hit about 14 gutters.
No, I scored super high.
No. So
I beat
for
everybody's
people
ass.
that, well, we're gonna get more in depth to this in a later show. But for those that don't know, John is one of those that likes to toy. He's like a cat. He plays with his food and then kills it at the end.
Yeah.
He went all the way to the 9th frame, and he was like, I'm playing mediocre. And then 10th frame, strike, 5 pins. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was trying to make the game interesting.
Yeah. And then he started taking all my strikes in the second game.
I took every strike.
No, remember, whenever you would hit a strike, what would happen to me?
So,
Yep,
so
you get nothing.
Brady Eric's has recommended us doing the Asylum Ogre with the
Yeah.
Turkey 101.
Okay.
My friend Brady out of Washington
All right,
recommends
give me some
that we drink the Flor de Cana rum. John, I know you don't usually drink rum.
But I will sacrifice for the show.
Look,
But
I'll get a
hold on.
bottle of the 18.
Hold on,
18
hold on,
Florida
but Brady-
Cognac.
but-
It's Cognac, not
Con-
Cana. It's Cognac.
Cognac.
So there's a Tilia. Okay, got it. So, but Brady says drink the Flor de Cana rum and smoke the Arroyo CBT Maduro.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
look at
I
the,
like
we'll look
the
at these.
CBT.
Yeah. Aroa.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we
very good
I think,
suggestions.
So we
Oh,
already
good
have two.
suggestion.
We already
So,
have two.
One
So-
more public announcement, and then
Yeah.
Dean, go ahead. But
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, the Cascade Cigar Lounge is open. It was closed for a while, but it is open. I'm not working Sundays every Sunday now, but I'm helping out when I can. But stay tuned. We're going to have some events at Cascade, January, February-ish. So you'll have a place to go when it's raining
and who knows,
crappy outside.
we may do a smoking salad show.
We
there.
may do a smoking salad show there.
For those of y'all who aren't in our audience, y'all don't get to kill off the bottle. So our audience members get to have the Remus 5 after the show.
That is the benefit.
I want to ask John and Nick real quick. What did you think about the cigar, and would you suggest this to other people to purchase?
Absolutely. The flavor profile only changed mildly.
Yeah, I didn't get much of a change.
At the second half. Like, that's when I finally got the pepper and
Listen,
stuff like that.
at $30 a stick, you know, I don't know.
Come on.
No.
This is an excellent cigar. I would pay more for it. You said the price point was 12.
I think it was around 12.50, 12.75.
No,
Really
this
didn't pay
is
that
an
much
excellent
attention to
stick. If you're a full-bodied cigar smoker and
Well,
you
you
don't
said it
normally
was
go to
medium body,
Rocky
right?
It's
outside,
a medium to medium full body smoke. which I
Rocky
think it
has
hit perfect.
their Royals and they have their Bolds.
I want to try that 60.
This
I want to try that 60.
the 60 is fantastic.
I want to try that.
But yes, go. I mean, unfortunately, most people in the Pacific Northwest won't sell Rocky Patel.
That's right.
We have to compete against
The East Coast.
Well, we have to compete against online.
Yeah.
So find it online, but you're not going to find this stick normally at the shops.
Yeah.
But Timber Valley has it. Go to Timber Valley.
No, I bought the last two, and I don't know.
No,
when she's
but
gonna
the
get
point
some
is,
more in.
no, but the point is, if you're able to find it at your local brick and mortar,
Yep.
buy it.
I would say this much about a week, and I think it was about a week and a half, Eric's, when I was over at your house, and they had just gotten them in, and they had multiple boxes. Within a week and a half, both of those boxes are gone.
Listen, if you're friends of mine, we were hung out in Michigan this last week. Hank, Jackie, Kalen, Todd, Daryl, go to Bold, look for this.
Yeah.
You'll find it. It's a good cigar.
And I was hoping you didn't smoke the cigar.
so,
I was hoping that
They
was
were
when,
s-
when
oh,
you
it
were
was
telling me-
right there,
when
and
you were
I'm
telling
like-
me about it. I
Yeah.
was like, God, I hope he hadn't smoked, because
Nope.
I figured you would pick the cigar out pretty quickly.
So Dean, but we've already talked about the price before we end. We talked about the price point of the cigar.
yeah.
I
Yep.
know it's not going to be cheap, but what is the price point of the Remus if you can get your hands on
Oh,
it?
the Remus. I think it's around 70.
Oregon.
I think it's around 70. Yeah,
In Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's around 70. Maybe.
So you're looking at $90-$100
It's like
in Washington.
$69. Dave would be able to. Dave might be able to remember, but I think they're around $69. I think they're around $69.
worth it.
so-
It's a good whiskey.
Yeah,
it really
no.
is.
Dude, you got to realize it's 2005, 2006.
2008.
It's 2005, 2000. I think it's 2005, 2006.
John's on the front of the bottle.
2007, and then two 2008s. There's 5 of them.
Hold on. Let me put on my readers because I'm an old man. Oh,
Dean's
you
got his
get
before.
yours on.
So it's 2005, 2006, 2008, 2008.
Yeah, it's a good whiskey.
is.
It's a
Really
good
good.
it's a good
So-
try, and I think you won't be disappointed with whatever cigar you
Really
try
quick,
with it.
Really good whiskey.
Dean, one more time. Which Rocky Patel was this cigar?
This was the Rocky Patel Disciple.
Disciple.
So,
Yeah.
Brady, up in Washington, I would not be surprised if you're able to find it. There's plenty of good brick and mortars up where you're at.
Yeah,
I
but
would
they
say
might not carry
Washington-
Rocky because
Yeah,
they're
sometimes
internet
Yeah.
people. So,
Yeah.
but go to anywheres on the internet
No,
and
you
you'll
can
find
get
it.
on- you
Check
can-
your locals first.
I'm not going to give out an internet retailer.
No,
but you
that's
can
not what
find-
the show
you
is
can
about.
You can find it on the. you
So,
can find it on there.
one more time before we close. What's on tap for next week?
Yep.
Next week will be the PDR Capa Madura, and we will be pairing it with the Kirkland Whiskey Sour Mash.
Okay.
Nice. So, Costco.
Nice.
So, we'll let
So
you guys
it's-
know ahead of time so you can enjoy it with us.
This will be a nice combination of a budget cigar and a budget whiskey.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really
So,
nice.
also, something that we're going to try to do, we're going to probably, it's going to become more in force come the new year. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try posting videos every day of whether or not it's smoking salads
Yeah.
related. We're going to start posting more videos
It could
about
be-
what we're pairing
yeah.
with.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to be more relevant, and so we're going to
But-
post videos of what we're smoking,
Yeah, it could
and
be
it's not
me-
going to be pictures.
No,
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 it's gonna
it
be
could a
videos.
Quick little video, and it could be me watching the Dallas Cowboys lose yet again, like they did on
So,
Thanksgiving.
but so tune. Make sure
Yeah.
you pay attention. This Wednesday, I will be doing a quick 5-minute video recapping tonight's show, and I will be showing the cigar and spirit that we will be pairing for Monday.
Gerald, thanks very much for letting us know it's snowing in Detroit. So enjoy that snow. It's not raining or
Eric
snowing
says
here.
that the Remus 5 is $88 in Oregon.
No, is it? Who said
88.
that?
Eric said it's $88 in Oregon.
I don't think I paid that much for mine.
All right.
Regardless.
Okay.
So
Anyway.
for everybody, enjoy the snow out there for you friends in Michigan,
Yes.
and enjoy smoking salads. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Oh man, this was good. This was a good pairing.
All right, guys, y'all can come up and have some of this Remus if you want. If the other people didn't show up, that's their.
I'm a cigar man. I'm a cigar man.